to do that. So
yeah. Just yesterday.
You've been on other platforms where you sit at the other side, right?
Yeah, but this is
the same platform.
This is your seat.
The seat was not made for me.
I'm
pretty sure in just a year or two or something, I mean, I might not be in that seat again, and somebody might be taking over.
Breaking news.
Oh, I'm not saying anything.
NYDJ exits YFM in a year or two.
Oh no, I mean, it will eventually happen. I can't be here forever. You know,
so
I might not necessarily be on air. Maybe I might be behind the scenes assisting in other things. You never know. So, I mean, that's how it is. It's normal.
That's exclusive. Yeah, it's exclusive. People should be paying attention to NYDJ when he speaks. So NY is joining us this morning for our conversation. We have one of the people that held it down and keeps doing it till now. And when it comes to music, when it comes to grooming young talent, especially rappers, I don't know. He has a special spot for rappers. I don't know. I won't understand. But then he's been doing it. He's a legend in the game. His name is AZ. AZ is here representing Mike Berners as well. AZ, Mike Berners, singers in Kahuana. Yes, me Musa.
Oh, Obia,
but don't say no rappers in the Dawson.
Yes.
You've always been, looking at the rappers more than you give an audience to the singers. That's what people think.
He's pro rappers.
And as all Philly rappers in the chain. Is there a reason?
Actually, no. It seems I think I like rap.
Or is it because of where you find yourself? It looks like from down here, people find it easy doing rap than other genres. Until I say rappers now.
And then one thing.
Yeah.
And then I have a thing for rap music.
And then the episode comes from the start. So it's easier to have a conversation with us and everybody else who this might actually be about. So we are talking about the things to do, some of the things to get right before releasing music. Mekai, early on in the conversation or in the show, that you might have everything, the talent, you might have a concept, whatever, for your music, but then after you were done, planning is very key, very, very important. How do you get the music out there? It's not just about posting a song on your status or sending to one or two friends. How do you get your music out there the right way, the best way? And that is why NYDJ and AZ are joining us this morning. Later on in the conversation, we talk to Kwame Ba as well. He's an expert. He distributes for a lot of artists, the ones you know about and some you don't know about. So I think I would start with NYDJ. For a young talent, I think these are people this conversation is geared towards. The young talent who is now coming up, or probably just started, championing music, or following his dream to become a singer or a rapper. He's done the song, I record it, and I become record it. What does the person need to know? Some of the things the person needs to know, the base before putting music out there.
All right. Thank you. So, for musicians, I think it's moved beyond just being a musician and just being a singer or having a talent. For anyone who wants to step into this industry now as an artist, you need to know that it goes beyond just recording a song. I'm sure when it gets to the production bit, maybe AZ will talk about it.
Okay.
After having a concept, having an idea, obviously you want to see a producer, you want to work around that and get the music ready. So let's assume your music is ready. Now, how do you get it out there? How do you let people know that, okay, I have this song, I have that? That's what becomes challenging to a number of talents.
Very.
And even though we find ourselves in an age where you could have access to some information online, it's quite difficult for people to want to sit back and go through that process. They just want to have it so easy and get it done. Yes, it can be done so easily, but there are a number of things you need to know. Now, I talked about the production bit. A number of talents are now releasing songs within a particular BPM or within a particular range because that's what the world is enjoying now. Everybody is talking Afro beats, and all the banging songs are within a particular BPM range, and so they consider that. If you're an artist, maybe you have a talent, you can do an Afrobeat song or what is gradually becoming Afrofusion. You know what it is. You just want to position yourself within that. That has to do with the production. But when you're done, like I said, you need to get the music out there. But ask yourself, why did I even do this music? Did you do it because you want a couple of friends to listen to it, or because you are looking at a target audience? You are looking at a market which is very global. The fact that we have access to the internet and so many things. So what are you looking at? Now you have your material. You want to get it out. At first, people will put it on Audio Mark or put it on. Those times they'll put it on. Is it Lime Share?
MP3.
Exactly. There were a number
before
of
SoundCloud.
I mean, Hawkshare and all that. That's where people used to put their music so that people could listen to it. But now you need to understand that the music itself is business. So what is the reason for recording?
Yes.
Do you want to record it, put it out there for free, let people enjoy it so that you have an audience, or build an audience for you before you look at the market, or what? Or you can look at it right from the onset and say, listen, the music that I've done is purely business. So let me go in right from the start. You might not be catching out big time from the start, but I advise that no matter how you want to start it, get the song distributed. We find ourselves in an era where everything can get onto any distribution platform at any point in time. Listen, we have artists now. They were from the, should I say, the analog age. Their materials are on distribution platforms and they don't know how they got there. And people are enjoying the fruits from their hard work.
I think recently there was an issue that cropped up about one group, their song being monetized on the platform without them having idea.
Exactly. A lot of people are doing that now. I know from the early stages, somebody like Lumba and Nane Champo and all those people were suffering because they had their content on some of these platforms and they had no idea about it. And it's simply because they didn't care, or they didn't really know much about how fast the world was moving. So let me get back to it. Now you have your music. How do you get it onto all these platforms? There are a number of DIYs, or there are a number of agencies out there who may want to distribute your music for you. Most of these people look out for certain things, but if you want to do it yourself, simply because perhaps you don't have the finance to push in that music and all that, you can find any of these DIYs. I mean, you have DistroKid, you have TuneCore, you have Amuse. All these platforms are available for you to be able to upload your music yourself. But let's not forget, there's one more important thing. There's so much online. I mean, music is being released every day. So the question is, how do you get identified? How does your music get to someone who perhaps doesn't know you? That's why PR comes in.
Exactly.
Now, you don't just release music because you feel like you want to release it. Unless, of course, you are somebody like Drake, or you are Kanye West, or you are Shatawale,
you already have the audience.
Exactly. Or you are Beyonce, who can actually surprise fans and people will go haywire.
Exactly.
You know, they wake up in the morning and there's a song from Beyonce and everybody wants to do it. You are not there yet. So you need to create some attention for yourself, create some buzz for yourself. And it doesn't have to be that big. You can start with your own friends.
Exactly. So I was going to come to that. That do you really necessarily, looking at what you're talking about, it looks like the person might get a lot of, or should get a lot of people involved. Let's say for a beginner trying to do it. Do you really need a vast team to take care of all these things?
I mean, as a beginner, you don't even have the money. You've not even,
exactly.
You can't even take care of yourself.
Exactly.
How much more gather a team around you? That's the mistake a number of people make because they feel, okay, now the music business has said that you need to have a lot of people around you. No,
and boys
no. And then, even if you have the money to do that, you need to be very careful who you are getting onto the team. Are these people who understand the music business and are willing to go the extra mile or make sure they get the things done for you? Or these are boys around you who just give you fans and nothing else? Yes. Because the music is business. Let's not forget, the very moment you are creating something that people need, there's an opportunity to make money out of it.
Yes.
If people need it, then you can actually monetize it and make money out of it. So like I'm saying, from the start, as you release music from the start, you might not even make anything. There are platforms where you have to even pay to get the music on there. And you realize that the annual fees you need to pay to keep the music on there might be even more than how much you make from streams.
That's true.
Do you get
That's
it?
very true.
So
yes.
you just need to make sure that, okay, whatever I'm putting out now might not be for now. The profits might come in later. We have artists who release songs. See, we have Davido is a global superstar now. Burna Boy is a superstar. They have songs with Ghanaian artists who are now making or enjoying from collaborations they did years ago.
True.
When they released them back then, they didn't pay so much attention to it. They didn't promote them.
Yes.
I'm even surprised some of them are still staying back. 4x4 has a song with Davido.
Yes.
I think Adam also has a song with this is the time for them to re-engineer and perhaps even start running promotions around them.
That's true.
Because you have these global superstars on your projects and they are sitting on your streaming platforms.
I think one person who directly benefited from some of these things, a song that was made in the past and now I think garnering some numbers, Sarkodie and Brenner with AKA.
Of course, that song. And
it's a very old song.
Yeah, and you know when AKA passed away too, people now started looking out for some of the songs. So obviously you get to benefit.
That's true.
So as an artist, you have the product. Now it's time for you to get it out there. Let people know what you have. Think of PR. Like I said, PR is not necessarily putting a PR machinery together and spending so much money. It could be amongst your own friends. That's how it often starts.
Yes.
At times, the people around you may mock you. They say, but you might have people who also support you all through. Share with them. Let them put it on their status, whatever. At times, you send it to them. Some of them will do it. Others wouldn't do. But start from there. The internet is there for us as well. Use the social media platforms. I was listening to Buju in a recent interview, and he made mention of the fact that for him, he started building a very big crowd for himself because he didn't mind sending you a link or the song directly via a tweet or maybe a DM and telling you, boss, this is my song, you make it download and listen up. If you listen and it's not good, I'll pay your data bundle to you. Like, wow. That's how he went about it. He believed in his craft.
Exactly.
Do you get it? Now, somebody will listen and say, yo, Charlie, the song is fire. There are people who will not listen because they don't have time. There are others who will listen and say, yo, the song is fire. So he kept in touch with these people and started building the crowd from the base. Do you get it? So as an artist, gather that people around you, make friends, make sure you share your materials to them. For me, I don't even advise you share the song itself. Try get it on the digital platforms
and then share
those links. There are people who will stream from there. There are others who want to listen to it on free platforms. I mean, you have AudioMark, you have Boomplay and other SoundCloud and all those platforms where they can listen to it for free as well. Share those links with them. Let them listen. You never know. Because of the algorithms and all that now, somebody might be listening to an Ashake song, and because your song falls within that BPM and all that, you also bop exactly. So get it done, and when you have it on there, it don't rest, because there are millions of songs online. There are talents. If you go online right now and you see Ashake featuring Burna Boy, and you see, let's say, Kofi Moses featuring Yajo, which one would you download?
Obviously, I'll get to Ashake first.
Exactly, because they are well known. You are not known that much. That's why you need to put in extra work to get that attention for yourself. People deploy all means to get the attention for themselves well. However you want to go about that, that's fine. But just make sure that you get that attention. And there should be that consistency with your work. When you do it today and you go to rest, forget. Even the A-list artists are now doing back to back. So how much more a new talent who wants to just drop one and go to sleep perhaps because he didn't get all the attention and all that? No, you wouldn't have it within a day. There are people who are fortunate. You do it today and the next moment the world is talking about you.
Exactly. I spoke about that early on.
That's a blessing.
Yes.
That's a
and that
blessing.
Is a one-off thing.
Exactly.
It rarely happens.
And you see, that's why I say you must be prepared, because if that happens and you don't have anything in store.
Exactly. There's pressure. When it happens that way, that's even bigger pressure on you.
Because you might not be able to come back again, and that'll be the end. Do you get it? We've seen that happen in Ghana. I mean, I don't want to mention any artist.
One-off hits.
Not necessarily one-off hits, but this guy, I think he's in Sunyani, right? Is it Imrana?
Imrana, yes.
Imrana had a big song, came back with a remix with Samini and all that.
Also did good.
I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't know what is happening in his team or his camp. I don't know. But it was anticipated that Charlie, with the heat that he had, that thing,
there were big expectations.
But unfortunately, it never happened. Do you get it? So I think you must be prepared. Don't just release the music sitting back and say that backroom work needs to be done.
Nice.
Very well done.
All right, so that is NYDJ. We discussing what one must do, an artist must do, consider before releasing their music into the public domain. NY has actually gone through a lot of fields, looking at PR, looking at utilizing the personnels around you as you start. That's for the beginners. Also making use of social media, and also not relenting even after song has been put out there, working extra harder, working with a team and all that. I think we would get back to going into details with that. People start with friends, like you're saying, friends and people closer to them, and then when it gets bigger, when it grows, they realize they need experts to be part of their teams to handle certain things for them. There, it goes beyond just family and friends, because the music is now popping off. So there are things you need to do and get it done well. So there, you see, that's when the people start to change their personnels in their team and employ new people, and then people start, with the controversies.
And all.
Exactly. That no. And we get to that. But then NY spoke about studying the system, knowing what kind of genre is leading now. So let's get to production. As an artist starting his musical journey, let's say the person that comes to you, that's where it starts, basically. After getting the dream, whatever, that's where it starts, the studio, the production. What must be done right before the music even gets ready to be put out on the platforms or being distributed?
Okay, thank you for having me. First of all, when you have an idea and then you want to bring it out as music,
yes,
first you go to the producer. Let's say the producer comes in there, and then you think of the market.
Okay,
what's the trends now?
What are people listening to right now? Yes,
right. You can seek advice from the producer as well, because they produce most of these songs.
Yes.
And then mostly myself, what I normally do is, from time to time, I move to places where people enjoy themselves, like the clubs, the sports and all that. I just sit and then listen to what the music people are jamming to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's in vogue?
What kind of music do people like at this particular moment? So after all that, you talk to the artist, you try to advise the artist. If only he takes whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
So afterwards, now you have your idea, and any idea you have can be transformed into any genre of music.
That's true.
So when you study the trend, it could be a kind of an advice song. I think some time ago, P Square had a song, Easy.
Yes.
And when it came, I could just listen and laugh so hard, and I'll be like,
why?
That thing you're saying is not easy, and then you are enjoying yourself.
Jamming,
listen
exactly.
to the beat, and then you are jamming to it.
Yes.
And people love the song.
And that was a trend that people actually followed up.
So after that's what gave me that mindset that no, you don't even really need to look at the genre of music.
Yes.
Any idea you have can be transformed into any genre of music.
That's
so
true.
Look at what's going on. Yes. What's trending.
Okay. So let me pause. Sorry to cut in here.
Okay.
That brings me to this. So we usually sometimes advise people coming in with these ideas that sisi akwano omuti kind of say Afrobeat, omuti amapiano until the person dropping and can drop away. But then we've also been here, witness people come up with very different, distinct, sound, even during a time where there was a different kind of wave. There are so many examples. When Asaka came through with it, that's quite recent. We were not really paying attention to drill at that time down here. But then they came through, it was different, and then they came through. So when people come to you, like an engineer who's putting their voices on a beat, the advice you give them, do you always go with what's trendy?
No.
Or you listen to them and give them a direction to follow?
You listen to whatever the person has.
Yes.
Someone could be, let's say, a rapper, and then it's not necessarily for a rapper to kind of forcefully do Afrobeat.
That's true.
You can decide to let someone sing for that person, and then he raps on it.
Yes.
That's one. But you were talking about this as a curtain, and that is something they did over time.
Okay.
Over time, yeah.
Okay. And mastered it.
Yes. With my artists, mostly, I like for them to go the hard way.
Okay.
Right. You hit on one spot for some time. When you hit on one spot for some time, it becomes soft, and then people give you ears.
That's true.
Yeah, that's one thing. But let's come back to the issue of the trend. And it's two ways. Either you go the hard way, or you follow the crowd.
The hard way being you actually coining your own sound
thing. And
or doing something different.
And that at times it takes time. And if the artist is not strong, you just
give up.
Yeah, because mostly they feel like mostly the music thing. The one funny aspect of it is when you are behind, you think, oh, music, okay, I'll go in, I'll just record a demo, and then I'll get a manager, and then the song will blow, and then I'm there. So you go and record your demo or mixtape or whatever. Afterwards, you'll be like, you see, no one minds you. Then they will be telling you, no, you need a master song, a master track to get a manager or whatever. You later you go and do those master tracks, and still, oh, it's not enough. Just one song or two songs, they are not enough. You have to do more. You do more, and still no one is minding you. Then the more you get closer, the more the gap widens.
Exactly.
That's the music thing. When you're behind, it's very short. The gap is so close. But the more you get closer, then you see.
When you're on the field, you see how the game is going.
Hey, Charlie, that's how it is.
Exactly.
So let's come back to the production thing. You bring your idea, we give you whatever advice in there. We find a befitting BPM for you. Get the song done.
BPM is too technical for the people listening who might
tempo.
not be. Okay.
Tempo.
Okay.
Yes. I think that one.
Yes.
Yeah. The tempo, how fast or slow the
song is going. All right. Sure.
So you find the one within the trends, try to work around that, and then you try to get the artist niche. At times there are some artists who are good with hooks, right? They are good with hooks. They are not so good with verses. Yeah, when they are good with hooks, you make sure to have more of those repetitive hooks in there for them. After production and everything, one mistake we normally do is, once production is done, let's say the beat has been produced, you've recorded and all that, most people feel, oh, the song is ready, mixing and mastering, they beat me in at any time, so they start with whatever they're doing. And if you don't take care, you finish everything and then the song is not ready.
That's true.
It's not been mixed and mastered.
Yes.
And it happens to us most of the time. So you make sure to have mixing and mastering done. Then know what you say, you are done with it. So this is the song. Probably if you want some ears to listen to as well, you let them listen. At first I used to send songs around to people to listen most of the time before we release them. It got to a time, since most people got busy, so you send it around and then they are not able to listen and all that. And even at times too, you send to others who are on radio, and then the next moment they are playing it. Yes. You know, some people are not. Some people can't just control themselves.
People can't hold on to exclusives.
Yeah, they are playing it. Something you plan to drop in 2 weeks' time, and then they are playing it.
But then, some people also intentionally use that as a promo tool.
Yes, that's another.
So
thing.
get people actually, wondering, who is this person? When is this coming out? Whet people's appetite before the song drops. Yeah.
And the issue of you getting the song ready is for distribution purposes, because most of the times when you're distributing your songs, mostly you have to submit it for some time range.
Yes.
Mostly, especially when you want playlisting, you have to submit it for some time so that they could just look through the playlist and then.
I'm sure somebody will be asking, what is playlisting?
Yes.
Okay.
When we speak to Kwame Ban, which will be very soon, I think he will. That's more of his field.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will delve into that and explain that aspect of.
People listen to music online and you find Ghana bounce. You find that.
For instance, I think during Independence.
You had Ghana Independence.
Yeah, it was Chotro Vibes
exactly
on Apple Music, where I think curators, some of them engineers like yourself, some of them artists themselves created a list. A list of songs made in Ghana on Apple Music for other people to actually listen to. So playlist some of examples.
So continue. For you to get there, you need to submit your songs earlier. So you make sure the song is mixed and mastered earlier, so that you can submit it earlier. Because at times artists will sit, work around everything, and then the song is not even ready.
And you know what? Sorry to catch you. You know what's funny? There are moments artists have announced when they are releasing their songs, and they've not even submitted to the distributors yet.
Yes.
Now let's not forget that the distributors actually give you a number of dates that can be possible for you to release your song. And then again, there's one major thing. You see, when you realize that a big artist in Ghana, for instance, maybe you have a Sarkodie or whoever dropping an album. You may also want to drop your own. But it's very risky.
Very, very, very
unless
risky.
You've built a fan base for yourself as well. Other than that, it's very risky for you to want to release your song the same day that any of these major artists with bulk following are releasing their project. They will swallow yours.
But then it might not be your doing or your planning. Like you said, when you submit
unless
the song,
of course you don't know
exactly.
And let's not forget, these are things that perhaps when you look at record labels, like properly called record labels, they are able to tell when they want to drop the song.
Yeah.
They can announce a song today and get it dropped tomorrow, because these are big record labels, so they know how to get these things done. But then you as an individual has to take through a lot of process to get it done. So it's quite. So the thing is, don't try releasing your song the same day. One of the, even in Ghana recently, you remember Shatawale said he was going to drop his album,
Yes.
and realized it was the same day as Davido was dropping his album.
Yes. So
And then, I mean, these are two big artists, no doubt. But then eventually, Shatta had to drop his album a week or so before, because he knows what goes into it.
Exactly.
The video is on a record label. They have all the distribution. They have all the power behind it, all the PR to place it in places that, as an individual, independent artist, you can't get it. So it's important you look at some of these things.
You understand your strength.
Exactly. You need to know the market and understand it. Yes. Until you understand the market. I mean, how can you can't just get into a radio market when you have no idea about how the radio industry works.
Exactly.
You run at a loss.
We're discussing what you need to consider as an artist before music is put out there, so you get it right. All right, you've done everything right in the studio and all that. It all comes together to form a whole. So you need to know what to do to get the music out there, to reach the right people, to reach the right audiences out there. What you need to do right. But Izzy, still about production here. We have Kwame Ba on the line. We'll talk to him in a bit. Still about production. For a beginner, let's not forget we are looking at beginners here.
Okay.
I mean, that's where the conversation is going. For a beginner, is it necessary? Because this is what we know, that from demo. Now if you are buying master tracks, what's the difference between the demo and a master for someone who doesn't know?
Okay.
And is it necessary for someone who is now starting to straight up come through with a mastered song, whatever? Let us understand that.
Okay. The demo, as the name implies, demonstration. You just want to know if you can do this, or you're
More like a sketch.
A sketch.
Okay.
Yeah. So at times you could do a demo, and then the same demo will not be touched. Like you won't do anything. You won't add anything up. It will just be mixed and mastered, and then you have your finished product.
Okay.
It could be a demo.
Okay.
But mostly here, what we understand about demo is you just do a sketch and a rough work, which later you can polish. That's
okay. So demo is the raw item or the raw. But then when you master it, that's when it's refined.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
But our understanding here is more like demo is just doing something, just a sketch, not a serious thing. So that later you go and redo it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then demos can actually be refined and mastered.
Yes, the demo is the raw thing you do. So you take it to someone to listen, like, nice. So stems know how you have the data and everything. They listen. Once you sang well and did everything well, probably they will just play some few things, you mix, master, and then you're good to go.
Okay, so that's the difference between the demo and not really different. I think yes,
but it's still a difference.
Okay, all right. So guys, NY DJ is here with us. We have AZ also here. He's CEO of Mike Brenner's. He birthed artists like Amrado, Strongman, Bodini Bikao.
I have a couple of guys that were in there. I have Kwame Barry. D22 came through.
D22, yes. I remember D22 very well. I remember back in Sunyani, he used to come through to promote some of his songs. Wonderful. So we're moving on to talk about distribution, and look at this on a digital corner. So we're talking to somebody who's an expert in there, and he's on the rise now. And it's beautiful, very beautiful to witness such a career of a guy like Kwame Ba, who's on the line now. He's an entrepreneur. He has an artist, booking agency. He is into distributing. He distributes for Ochiame Kwame, Amirado. Kwame Ba, help me here. Some of the people on your list, people you distribute for. Famille.
Sister Episode. Abiana.
Wow.
I've worked with Our Talk before he moved to Empire.
Okay.
Worked with Kweku Flake.
Okay.
The name they each house more.
Kwame, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. Please, how are you?
I'm doing very, very okay. For one thing,
Great.
People don't know, Kwame was also an artist when he started.
I'm fine.
What happened to the music career? What happened?
I personally think I did music because God wanted me to branch to a different aspect of the music business that
Okay.
I was so passionate about. Because even those times, 2016, 2015, 2017 that I was doing music, I was still doing the right things in terms of releasing of music that I saw a lot of people weren't doing. So I really don't think me branching was a bad idea. I think God wanted me to pass through somewhere to get somewhere. So it's all other.
Yes, I like where you started this conversation from. So for you, it actually started with you being an artist yourself. So
Yes,
to know some of these things, some of the things, the difficulties you face on the come up, and for you to branch into where you are now, it gives you a fair idea of how to help the upcoming artist or the person starting just like you did a few years ago. So we've spoken about production, getting into the studio, getting the songs done, looking at direction, what informs the sound you are producing, what informs the sound you are bringing out. You have that conversation, you have that understanding with the producer in the studio. Song is ready, whether a demo, whether a mastered track, song is already done, ready. What happens from there for a startup like myself? What are the right things I need to do for my song to reach the people I want the song to reach, to get out there, to get an impact or make an impact? Song to reach the masses the right way. What do I need to do? Looking at someone from your field.
Okay, great. Thank you for big thank you to everyone listening. Okay, so you have your song mastered. Yes. So the next part is distribution and licensing. And when we talk about distribution and licensing, it's getting your music to the right outlets and also putting copyright codes on it. And you can go as far as doing submitting it to PROs and for the publishing side.
Okay.
So mostly what I advise my artists to do is get us the song at least 2 weeks to a month before the release, so we can calculate and get the perfect route to release the song.
Okay.
Easy is there. He will tell you. I don't know if Paul has told him before. Every time I go back and forth with him on release dates because sometimes the particular date he wants to release the song, I don't think it's favorable for the market.
That's easy.
Yeah. Easy. Because I deal with Amrado, Easy, and Alexis. Alexis is his manager.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes. So when Kwao sends me the songs, and then he gives me a date, sometimes we go back and forth with the date because the date is very important.
Yes, and I actually spoke about that too.
Oh, okay. Great. Because you should know if that particular date you are selecting, there's no any huge something going on, so that you can have the date yourself. You get it?
Okay.
And also you should have a promotional plan. You can't just put a song there and then you go and sleep. You should know the right outlets to pass it. Pitching it for playlisting, boosting it on social media and all that. So a lot of things come to play, but in a short step, like if I'm supposed to wrap it up, it's distribution and licensing.
Yes.
And promotional plan.
I wanted to get an expansion for that. All right, so we get a proper understanding. When you say distribution and licensing, like getting the copyright and all that, break it down for somebody who is now starting, has no idea what that means. When you say distribution, licensing, what does that entail? What is in there?
Okay, thank you. Please, distribution is using an aggregator to put your song on DSPs. When we say DSPs, various store outlets or streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay, AudioMac, Visa, Tencent, all these stores. So if you use an aggregator to put your songs on stores, you've distributed the song. Those days, if you want to do distribution, it's putting your songs on Ghana Motion and all these free download platforms.
Big X.
The Big X, yes. So it's all part of the distribution, because distribution in the whole means putting your songs on outlets that your consumers can purchase or can have access to. So there are a lot of outlets around, but you see, every artist has his stronghold.
Yes. I
won't mention names, but they know. There are most of the artists whose stronghold is, let's say, Boomplay and AudioMac and what do we call it? YouTube. So if, in terms of distribution, if your distributor doesn't have the metrics to point out that, okay, if it gets here, we need to pitch it, so because there are a lot of people there who listen to your song, so the song has to be in their faces.
Okay.
So all these mechanisms come to play. When it comes to licensing, there's something we call UPC and ISRC code that every song has. Now these codes are used to track wherever the songs will be. So if you use an aggregator to put your songs up, the aggregator gives you an ISRC and a UPC code, and that code will be used by YouTube to do content ID. That's licensing on YouTube. That is how come if you upload any video and it has a song of an artist in there, they will flag it.
Exactly.
It means you've licensed it on YouTube to enable people to use it and pay you. Another licensing is publishing, and we have various outlets out there that ensures that, like BMI, ASCAP, SESAC, PRS. There are a lot, and we have PROs too. So a lot of things have to play, but it's difficult in our world to handle all of them. It's very difficult, because even most of our big artists, you can, but it's because you can have the PROs licensing it and all that, but you might not have a sync deal. A sync deal is more like an outlook, maybe a company that ensures that
or the scoring
films
scoring and all that,
firms are putting in your songs and you are getting paid for that. You get it? That is when the sync deals comes in. And then mechanical deals too is when people are sampling your songs and all that and getting you some coins in it. So it's broad, but the basic one everyone can do is distribution, putting your songs on stores so that your people or your consumers can listen, and you get some few cents, or you get some money from there.
Let me come in here. I'm sure NY also has a few add-ons and questions. Let me come in here. So still of doing this or having this conversation for a beginner, for me to get my songs, I mean, licensed, published, distributed and all that, does it take a lot of money to do this?
Okay, so it should be free, because the reason why I think it should be free is if you are getting a lot of streams from your songs, the distributor benefits because you take a percentage. But every distribution company has their own term. Me, for instance, the company I work for, we have our own terms.
Okay.
That we only distribute for some particular type of artist. DistroKid has their terms that they are not ready to take percentage from the record. We will pay them upfront to put every song there. Our Muse is free, and they will take a percentage. TuneCore, you pay them up for every song you release, and every year you have to renew it. Ditto, same. A lot of them. So every platform or every distributor has their own terms.
Okay.
So if per their terms, if you are good with it, then you go for it. But for now, if you are an up and coming, the platforms I would recommend for you is DistroKid, Ditto, 1 RPM. So
what's the last one again?
1 RPM.
1 RPM. Okay, yes. All right.
Yeah. They're also very good. And TuneCore is great too.
All right. So Ditto, 1 RPM, DistroKid, and TuneCore.
TuneCore, yeah.
All right. That's what you would recommend for someone
That's
beginning.
what I would recommend. Yes.
All right. Sure. For distributing.
Any up-and-coming artist. Yes. And this is coming from a distributor. I didn't mention my company because we have terms too. Okay. You get it, All
right. Sure. So Kwame has actually said so much in there. There are parts where you might need a bit more explanation to that if you are really into the industry, as in you want to become an artist. But then there are ones that are basic, very, very, very basic, especially for the publishing. So sometimes there are who was the guy who won this deal some years back. A song was used for an ad he wasn't aware of. I think later on he made money. There was a suit that came along with it. Was it TikTok?
I think TikTok has had something like we recently too was Rex Omar.
Yes. So if there's publishing, if your song is moving with the right publisher, that is wherever your song is being played, especially when it's being used for monetary purposes, somewhere maybe to promote an ad, that is where publishing comes in, so you get what you deserve. All right, so publishing, distribution, and also licensing is very important if you are putting music out there as a beginner. And there are platforms that you don't need to pay for. There are platforms that are friendly for beginners. There's TuneCore, there's DistroKid, there's Ditto.
Some of these platforms you pay actually.
Okay.
As well.
You pay for DistroKid, you pay for TuneCore, but then that's more friendly.
Amuse is free.
Okay, that's the only free one.
Yeah, Amuse is free, but they are eventually going to take percentage from your streams.
Okay. And there are also distributors that pay you upfront, and then they would be taking from whatever comes out from your streams and all that.
I think that is new. None of them is actually. There are some of these platforms that are beginning to explore that opportunity.
Okay.
So that they say, okay, but that means your music has to go through a lot. They need to see the potential in the music and say, okay, we are somehow invested in it. But even with that, it's more like, look at what Empire does with a number of artists and all that, and say, okay, we want to buy off the song.
Yes.
Then we give you some money. Then however we distribute it and use it and all that, later on, if there are profits and all that, then there's a certain percentage. That works.
Okay.
But that often works with the record labels and some of these big companies.
All right. Okay, so Kwame, before we let you go, real quick, if an artist has done all these things, I mean, his song has been given to a distributor, done all that. Playlisting, and I was trying to explain that to us. How does that also come in? How does that also help put the song to some level, get to some audiences? How important is playlisting? How does it come in here too?
Now it's very important. Now it's a trend now. Now, if you put an artist song out and he or she doesn't get listed, the way he will come at you, it's crazy, because you see, a lot of people are listening. People don't have time to skim through the whole system and look for songs to listen. So it's the work of the editors of the store, create playlist to put some songs in. So if the listener goes there or the consumer goes there, you just click on one playlist and you get to listen to the new music that is released. So it's very important. And even some of my artists, they can get as far as like 80% of their streams coming from playlist. It means it exposes them to other audience who have never heard of it. So that is actually a very good deal. So playlisting now is the way to go, but it's difficult. It's very difficult to get on playlist because hundreds of thousands of people are releasing music every day. Why should you be the one they should put you in let's say a 50-track playlist or let's say a 20-track playlist? So unless you have strong connects
and numbers,
other things before you can get there. But if you get there, if you get your song into playlist, it's a beautiful thing, and mostly some of the numbers come from there.
All right. Before I let you off, finally, I think this will be done together with NYDG and AZ Berner. We've done all these. Song has been distributed, blah blah blah. Which other things can I do to promote the song on my own? Yeah. Which other things can be done personally, aside leaving this to the distributors and all that? Personally, which other promotional strategies are there for me, a young artist with less fans, to put my music out there or to promote my music? What other things can be done individually by myself that might not really involve money? I mean, artworks, and all that.
Okay, so now what really is used to promote music is the activations online. So if you don't have money to pay bloggers and pay influencers to be posting your song, I think the right thing to do is to boost your fans on Facebook and Instagram, and it's very effective depending on how you have your post and even the thumbnail you use or the picture you use and all that. It's very effective. So, and you can use as low as $2 to do a boost. So I think every up and coming artist listening, if you don't have money to go pay bloggers and all these influencers, get on Facebook and boost the song. You get it. Get a nice video and all that, and also create content. Because as an artist, you should be very creative. If you are an artist, and an artist is so you should think like a creative person and go outside the box. Just and it's not just creating the music. You have to create content as in videos and pictures, creative stuff, so people can relate to and buy into your ideas. I think that form of promo, that's huge benefits the artist and the song itself if you don't have money to do promotion.
All right. Thank you so much. You've mentioned promotional videos, boosting your post on social media. NY mentioned this from the onset of the conversation, utilizing your social media and making it work for you to promote your craft, your music. Thank you so much, Kwame. There's a broad conversation. There are splits and all that, also somewhere we might get into in the coming days. But thank you so much for your time this morning. The insight you've given us when it comes to music.
Yes, sir. Please. I want to send something across.
Feel free.
Please, if you are listening, it's time for you to put all you can in every artist you are seeing around. I'm begging you in the name of God. Our music industry is doing some way, so please support our artists. Stream Ghanaian music, foreign content. Adore some. Mr. Mo, I beg you. And listen to Ghanaian music, listen to whoever is dropping music, so that we can be on top, because it's sudden and it's unfortunate that we are listening to more foreign songs than our own songs.
That's very true. I remember I saw a post of yours some time ago about how depressed some of our big stars even are recently because of some of these things, how they are not even actually cashing out even right here in their own territory, in their own, areas, and it's very sad. So yes, Yati, you'll be streaming Ghana music.
Thank you.
All right. So Kwame Ba on social media, Kwame BAAH across platforms. If you want to work with him, Kwame, your social media, just give that up. Please put out your number if a new artist wants to get to you for you to, also take him to.
It's Kwame Ba. Kwame Ba on all social media. On Twitter, it's Kwame Ba TH. On Instagram, Kwame Ba. Thank you.
All right. Shouts to the wifey too. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So that was Kwame Ba. Kwame Ba just gave us a lot to take away. Like I said, it's a very broad conversation, but these are the basics. These are some of the things you can do right now as you actually prepare yourself to, you know, get comfortable with the industry and learn the things that comes with it as well, the other things that add onto it. Luxy Light Perfume Deodorant Spray, I want to say could be 48 hours protection and a demo. So you be out all the time for 2 separate days. Ebi abibinti untimi nkofi ene obekofi china. Ebi awoya na adwudwuma untika opie frifie no china na abekofi. So I say ohunye hwam abibia. Luxy Light na be use. Remember the name was Storm Runward Legend. They were Mad the Obsession, Instant Crash, Mademoiselle. There were Temptation for Money Many to phone call Anivera Cosmetics. Omo Doom Paul Sego Lane or cause Z-Way Cosmetics on a year life didn't share name or do more cost Steven Body Cosmetics Dr. Mensa on Cyber Kemi or call China more wine in San Kumasi and I call Luxy Light for Nankase Fee or more Doom Upseat Prudential Plaza first floor Mrs. Anoche Plaza Airfre 0240 152204 and now 0248 315 258 0248 315 258 FD for Ashishim Ajatum say Rich Kondo says let's come to have a party. Easter is here, so the lineup plenty. A kick starts tonight. All Black Affair, I'm a Piano Night, Terminal 3 nightclub. Saturday the 8th of April 2023, Terminal Saturday Astro Night happens at Terminal 3 nightclub as well. Then on Sunday, live music with Saxophets Music Band at the Pool Lounge Bar. There's so many things in there, so many places at Ridge Condos that you can have a very good time and enjoy life. Monday, Easter Monday, we have the Easter Monday Jam as well, special barbecue edition after party at the Terminal 3 nightclub. DJs, we have DJ Castro, that is Mr. Castro. DJ Aroma, DJ K Crack, DJ Fine, hosted by Berima Sean Bills and MC Frankie Bricks. Venue is Leslie Opoku Warrior Drive here in Kumasi, right opposite plus 2 Ukum if you are Ukutizia. Time is 7 p.m. each night. For more information, 059 1585 979 059 1585 979 and 024456 8252 024456 8252. Brought to you by Rich Condos. It's not just a hotel, it's a way of life. Open Labs, formerly known as NIT, is a leading name in IT, quality IT education. Open Labs, fully equipped with a wide and comprehensive collection of education programs and the ones that touches the lives of numerous market segments. Our programs include diploma in software development, diploma in networking administration, in digital design. We offer certificate in cybersecurity, data analytics, graphic design, robotics, management, information system, cloud computing, social media marketing, and content development. CCNA, full stack, and CISA. Our ATHE school offers level 3 information and digital technologies and level 4 and 5 computing. Hit us up 0289 120680 0289 120680 and 0289 559 991 0289 559 991. Location the stadium Asokwa, close to the Freeman Junction around Unity Oil. So apologies to the listeners. I'm sure most of you had questions and some input you wanted to give. Come on, and also big thank you to AZ and NY for coming too. But then before they leave us, wrapping up, and also like I said, the additional promotional strategies for anyone who's starting music to promote their music aside what they've done, leaving it with distribution stores and all that. So with that, and also in wrapping up real quick, a minute each, start with NY.
Well, like I said, the distribution platforms are there for everyone, and so you don't expect them to do all the magic for you. A lot of work is left with you to do.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's your craft, it's your talent. So you need to go every mile to make sure that the thing is heard. It's either easy when you go to Europe. A number of times, you find people by the roadside playing their music and all that. That's how they activate their music. So it's important. However you want to do it, whether you have friends, whether you want to get on a free stage. YFM has an Castle Lakeside party coming up. You want to talk to somebody, get on stage, perform your music to the people. There are so many opportunities around us. Make use of it. Don't just stay on social media, watch people's videos and all that. You can also get yours on there for people to watch. Make use of TikTok. I mean, TikTok has become a platform where people get their music to the world now. Make very good use of it. And of course, your WhatsApp status. Don't just go about watching people's statuses. Post your own as well. People might hear and say, "Oh, Charlie, we sung that. Oh, that's my new song." That's how it starts. So make good use of what you have available to you in any time you find yourself.
Nice. Thank you so much, AZ.
Okay, so even before the distribution thing, we have something we call creating a visual identity for your song.
Yes.
That's with the artwork,
the flyer,
make sure the artwork is catchy, something very catchy. And even after distribution, try to do these promotional videos with yourself. If you're a singer, just sit in front of your camera, do something. Just take like 20 seconds of it.
Yes.
Post it on your social media with a link.
It's very common on TikTok these days.
Yes, TikTok. I mean, you have to use social media. It's very important.
Exactly.
Most people are into music and then they are not even active on social media.
Sorry to catch you. I knew a musician who reached out to me, and I tried to check the social media pages, and all the person was posting was about sports and nothing about
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, and like anyway, I say your status, it's yours. Be posting it every day. Be posting it.
Of whatever you do.
That is it. Yes, that is it. So.
You can't be talking about music when we meet you and then you go on your platform and you're posting something.
That is it. Oh, no, it's when you're serious.
But then, adding on with the artwork and all that, a big thumbs up to, Mike Burners. So with the artworks and all that, Mike Burners, every single time there's a song dropping from your camp, Mike Burners, artwork near fire. It even gives you an idea of what to expect. And
big shouts to the designers as well.
Yes,
the creators behind
yes.
On point every single time.
You know, most of the times when I want to listen to music, at times I see your artwork and I'm like, hey, let me listen to this.
It gets me more interested.
Most people who are not serious don't get better artworks, and then you know their song will not be nice.
All right, so like I said, guys, this is a broad conversation, but then we've been able to do justice to part of it, at least the very important aspect of it for today. In the coming weeks, we try to extend to other fields and also talk about other stuff. Lots of messages coming in. Great show. This is from a colleague broadcaster. Said great show, very educative. I wish I could get a copy of this conversation. And my engine is saying.
Well, I think it's on Facebook. So
yes, it's on Facebook. So you
10,000 million.
So we do this again next week, Friday. We'll bring something very more educative, informative, and something entertaining.